Hi, everyone. So in this video, we're going to talk through how to automate a journal entry in KNIME. So KNIME is a great visual programming tool, an ETL tool that can help you to program steps in a process and journal entries for us accountants out there. They're a good opportunity to kind of for help save us some time during the close and help automate some of this data wrangling and transformation work. So what we're going to do first and foremost is this is we need to read our data from our data source. So we have our AR aging data over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to create the AR reserve entry. So this has got our customers, it's got the amounts that are overdue and the number of days that are overdue. And we're going to apply a policy to this so that we can apply a certain percentage that we're going to write off to the amount based on the number of days overdue. So we're going to do that in KNIME. And then we're going to summarize it and into a summary entry, the two-line entry that we can post into our system. And so I have modeled our output that we're going to try to get towards based on the Z options upload template, but this can certainly be modified based on your system and how your upload process works. So when we look at the workflow in KNIME, so the first thing is we're going to read that CSV file that has our aging data. Okay, using the CSV reader, and you can see that it's reading that Excel file that we were just looking at, or that CSV file, I should say. And I'm pointing to that directory over here. Then we need to replace the comma in the amount column so that we can recognize it as an amount, and we can perform our math formula on it. So I'm just removing the column, or the comma that is, from the amount column over here. Then we use string to number to convert the amount column to a double or a number. And we apply our aging rules over here. So I've just made up these aging rules. You can use the rule engine node. I use this a lot in my workflows. And this basically creates a new column for percentage, and based on the days past due column. Based on the days past due column, if it's over 100, then write 100% of it off. If it's over 50, write 50%. If it's over 30 days, then write 25% off. So now we have something to use for our math formula. And then our math formula is going to have our calculate the reserve percentage, which we just created in the rule engine node, multiplied by the amount column to give us what the reserve amount is going to be that we're going to summarize and post in our entry. Then we're going to use group by, which is like a pivot table. We're not going to pull in any columns. We just want the amount that we're going to post in our entry. And we're going to pass that into our template as a variable so that every time you upload a new CSV file, it's going to post the current month's reserve amount. So let's go ahead and close out of this. Now we use the amount that we just summarized as a variable here. So that's what this is doing. It's converting a table row to a variable, and we're going to move that into our template. So the template has two components. If you look at it here, actually three. So it has the header information over here, and then it has the blank line, and then it has the detail information. Okay, so then that's why I have these three table creators over here. So this is my detail, and I've pre-populated it with some static information that is not going to change for this entry. So this could be our debit, this could be our credit indicator, the account is going to be remain consistent, the cost center, and text. Okay, so now we're going to populate our amount in the template. So let's have a look here. So what we're saying is that I left the amount blank. So in this rule engine node over here, we're saying that if it's missing in the header text column, then put in the reserve amount. Okay, so now you can, if you look over here, what do we have? This is the header text column. Now these are the column headers for the detail. The reason why I have them in row 0 is because this will need to be concatenated below the header information over here. So I'm preparing for that already. So at this point in the workflow, the amount is actually in column F at this point, or doc header text. So that's why what in the rule engine we're actually saying here, if it's missing in this column, the header text column, then put in the reserve amount. So that's what we're doing here. And then as you can see, after we do that, we have our amount populated in here in the header column. Okay, so, and we're going to do the same thing with the, we're going to do the same thing, and there's a little bit of an error in the description here. So we actually have, I have a little bit of a duplicate column, it seems like here, so we're going to scrap this. So I'm going to scrap that over here. So we got our amount populated. And then we're going to insert our blank line in our document header as well. So we have the document header with some information pre-populated, but I want to populate my posting date and my document date in here. Okay, so so then we have that information pre-populated, and then we just have a blank line. Okay, it's important to keep the headers consistent so the concatenate can work properly. So first I'm gonna reset this node real quick, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this concatenate, and it's going to combine these two. So let's see what happens once we run that concatenate. Now we have our header with the blank line. So now we're over here at this point with the header with the blank line. Now we have a user input over here, which I've done as a component node, and there's more videos on component nodes within the KNIME training videos that are available on YouTube. So I won't go into too much detail here, but I'm putting the entry date and the document date in here as a user input so that every month I can change that. And that's going to pass into the template in two rule engine nodes, one for the document date and one for the posting date. And I'm going to do a convert amount to number on the header text so that can work properly when combined with this rule engine node. I'm going to concatenate them together. So now at this point we have our template populated. Now we just need to open it in Excel. So I'm going to execute it. And now we have our template over here. I'm going to copy this in. Right? So we got a document date and posting date. Everything's populated there. And then we have our entry over here. So then, yeah, you can see here we have everything came through. We have our amount over here, and that's it. That's how we could use KNIME to prepare a journal entry. There's more complexity to it than that in a lot of cases, but KNIME can handle it. So so good luck.